Welcome to the Reese Report. I'm the mouth of the North, Andrew Reese, and look at what we have here. We have who is that? I can't tell who it is. Who is that? Oh, okay, it's my wife. Oh, look, it's my wife. She's back on the show. You better watch out now because you think I'm bad. Wait till you get a hold of her. We're also joined by Tony Barbosa, whose Colts got demolished, and we'll ask him about that, and Jose Carlos Gomes, we have some emotional things to talk about, Jose, because we have two injury-prone quarterbacks that are both hurt, but we'll get to that. Now, please like, subscribe, and comment, especially when this one's on the show, because we need to get feedback on her to see if she's all right. Okay. Now, let me start off by what's bothering me. You know what's bothering me? When Portugal wins 6-1 and all the focus is on Ronaldo. That's what bothers me. Because the guy who replaced him got a hat trick, and they don't need Ronaldo's face or ass or his emotions or them showing him on the bench anymore. You want to go to your coach and you want to complain about not being on the field for a meaningless game against Korea because you got subbed early? Your ass deserves to be on the bench. And then what happens? Ramos, baby. That's right. Ramos comes and gets a hat trick, and Portugal looks like the best team they've ever looked like in 2 years. Something I predicted years ago. You remove Ronaldo, look how much better Portugal looks. Look how much better their offense looks. Look how they flow in the offense. Look at the passing to each other because there's no focus on Ronaldo. Oh, we have to get the ball to him all the time. Honey, uh, why is all the focus on Ronaldo, and what are your thoughts on this?
Well, you see, for close to 2 decades now, Portugal as a nation, its fans, have always said that Ronaldo is carrying the team. And some bullshit article I read today talking about him carrying the team. And before we get to anybody else, I'm going to ask some factual questions here. Um, what is a team? It's a group of people, right? It's a group of individuals who are playing towards a common goal, right? That's what a team is, right? And now in saying that I don't like Ronaldo, before anybody gets all uppity about everything that's happened in his personal life for the last year, I understand he's dealing with some shit, but I haven't liked him for about a decade now. Because my issue is the fact that Portugal puts its hopes and dreams on this singular player. Can I remind people about some other players that have been on the team? Do we remember Contral? Do we remember Quaresma? Or Pepe, that everybody wants to talk about how old Pepe is in this last game. Oh, he got a goal. He's so old. He's so old. He's been supporting this team for a decade and a half. How many times has Ronaldo been injured? And he's been one of those main players who step up. And he was already predicted that he was going to be one of the players that stepped up in this game because he has a consistent history of doing that. But we as a nation never seem to give people credit for that. Not this game, 2 games ago, one of the other players, Bruno, what's his name?
Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes gets an amazing goal, and this Fruit Loops out there thinking that his coiffed hair somehow navigated the ball into the net, and everybody's talking about the goal that he had something to do with. The freaking ball was on its way into the net before it even went anywhere near him, and it was a good 6 inches from his head. He had nothing to do with that goal, but he was the first one to run off and expect everybody to drape themselves on him. My issue with him is his ego. He's not the only one on that team. We have amazing talent on that team currently, and we have had it in the past. The issue has been that the coaching has revolved around Ronaldo because of the marketing and the images. We have talent beyond him. And this game on Tuesday makes me feel so vindicated because we had a player come out, Mr. Ramos, and in the first 17 minutes of play, he got himself a goal. And you know what? It was his first time on the senior international level. And he came out and he gave us 3 goals.
Because something what? Ronaldo's never done.
No, and then Ronaldo came out for the last 15 minutes with his bad attitude. He tried.
Scored an offside goal.
He didn't deliver anything worth mentioning.
It wasn't even Pepe did a Ronaldo impression by doing that towering header. Looked like he jumped out of the sky.
I just think it's way over time that we look on to the future. He keeps talking about, he's going to retire. So let's not talk about him being our dream. Let's talk about this guy. Let's talk about Ramos. Let's talk about Joao Felix. These young guys coming out there and they're busting their butts already. And we're seeing action from them in killer time that we haven't seen out of Ronaldo in a decade and a half, but we're still going to give him the credit for it because he has that title. It's like Beckham. Beckham hasn't done shit in how long? Well, David Beckham. Why? Because he's sexy? Ronaldo's a butterface. He's good from the neck down, but the face doesn't do nothing.
Who would like to go first in response to what we've
Sorry
said?
for the rambling. Sorry for the rambling.
Jose, you're talking. Barbosa scratching his head. Let's go to Jose first.
Listen, I agree with you in some points, but the worst part of this is not even Ronaldo. It's just the media. The media is the one that makes this a big deal. Listen, if it wasn't, why is there 9,000 cameras when they're singing the national anthem and they're taking pictures of Ronaldo on the bench instead of taking them? No, it's not. So what? What's more important? Like she said, isn't it the team, the 11 players? No, everybody, all the media was worried about what Ronaldo was looking at. What was he gonna say? What when they scored a goal? What if he celebrated with the team? No, listen, it's not. He has his ego, yes, he does, but he's a very good person too. He's donated lots of money to people, charities and stuff like that.
We're not talking about off the field, Jose. Okay, we understand.
I'm talking about on the field.
We understand he's a great man off the field.
Okay, maybe right now he is not in his prime. He's slowly going down.
He doesn't know that.
Of course not. A guy like that in his last World Cup, he wants to play every single game.
Yeah,
dude, that's it would be like you. Like benching you in the finals of a game after you scored like freaking 5 goals the last game, and I bench you in the finals of a game like that. It's the same thing. It's the same thing like that.
Ronaldo hasn't like played well, and then he got mad at the coach for taking him off.
Absolutely, he hasn't played well. Absolutely, this whole year he hasn't played well.
Yeah,
and I told everybody it's true. It's better when he's not playing. Let these younger kids play, absolutely, and he could come in the second half.
That's all we're saying.
Fernando Santos is not stupid. He's not dumb. He knows that knockout in the group stage, that was fine because it's only 90 minutes. He can play those 90 minutes and those games. But come knockout stage, it can go into extra time. And Ronaldo can't hack 120 minutes. So what does he do? He puts in the younger guys at the beginning. See how they play. Second half, he puts in him, Leon, all those guys in. This whole thing, it changes, and all this bullshit is because of media. It's not because of Ronaldo. You don't see
Ronaldo getting mad at the coach for getting subbed had nothing to do with this. You're telling me?
Listen, of course he got upset because he still wanted to play.
The coach told the media it pissed him off. If the media didn't do that. And
listen,
how many guys get pissed off when they get subbed, man?
Exactly.
Any of those guys,
the coach pointed it out. Barbosa, that wasn't the media. The coach pointed it out to the media.
Listen. The media made a big deal because the camera went on him and when he got taken off, and he said that if the media if the camera wasn't on Ronaldo as he was coming off, he used to say that, nobody would have said shit. Everybody would have said
exactly.
Every player does not like to get taken off. Yeah. You could look at Messi's reaction when he gets taken off. Look at his reaction. Come on, everybody that's in that stature doesn't like to come off.
Yes, but if it wasn't a big deal, Barbosa, then the coach wouldn't have said anything. The coach came out and said it bothered him, and that's why it became a big story.
You know why it bothered him? Because the whole world watched it. Why you say the whole world watched it? There's a camera in his face.
Has these moments as well.
Yeah.
But why did the coach, but the whole world watches when Messi and other players have these conniptions too. So why is it in this particular
exactly
it was bad enough that Ronaldo got pulled for the first 45 minutes of the game? Because obviously maybe some more was going on beyond the bench
that we didn't see.
No, it's tactics. It's all tactical. It's all tactical.
Ronaldo gave him an out for sure.
What's that?
Ronaldo gave him an out. He gave Santos an opportunity to bench him and a reason to bench him, even if because if Ronaldo doesn't do that, then it's harder to take him off the field. He knows that.
No, but dude, you got to understand. You got to understand. Ronaldo can't play a whole game now.
I understand.
Now, group stage is one thing, knockout stage is another. He can't play that whole 120 minutes, and you need him for the penalty shots, just in case it goes to penalty.
100%. Listen.
So you need him to come in off the bench. But dude,
that guy is still gonna have an impact in this World Cup for Portugal. He will still have an impact. No, I'm not talking about penalties. I'm not talking about penalties. This guy will still score a big goal for Portugal.
100%. And you'll do it against Morocco next game. You're gonna see he's gonna come in second half and he will score a big goal against
So
Morocco. But anyways,
Ramos only played 10 minutes in the group stage, and you're telling me that this was just a tactical thing, and he didn't bench Ronaldo for disciplinary reasons.
no, it was the
Ramos
tactical.
played
Dude,
10 minutes.
I told you
So,
already.
doesn't mean anything.
In the first game that they played in the group in the UEFA Nations, Portugal played with this exact same team, and they fed them 4-0.
Yeah.
In the group nation, I'm talking. Check the
Yeah,
lineup.
I know.
The exact same team
Yeah.
played against Switzerland, and
Will
they beat them
Ronaldo
4-0.
start again? Will Ronaldo start again in the World Cup?
No.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
Okay.
There's no way you can
And-
start him. No chance.
No.
Okay, but he's still gonna make an impact on how
Was this
Portugal
the best
plays.
Portugal looked in since that 4-0 win?
Yeah. Well, since the 4-0 win,
Have they looked
And
this
they
good
played-
on offense in the last 2 years with Ronaldo starting? Have they looked this good? No, they haven't.
well, they beat Switzerland 3-0 when they in the semifinals for the UEFA Nations League, and he scored 3 goals. It's not like, dude, the man is not the same level as he was when he's in his 20s, early 30s. He's not. But you got to admit, all this bullshit that's happening is all media. Dude, the first started with when they got
Ronaldo started it, dude. He did a 1-hour interview with the media. You think the media caused
but
this?
dude, that was for him to get out of Manchester United, which he got. He got out of Manchester United, and that was it. But dude, then it started with Bruno Fernandes. Then it started with Bruno Fernandes when he got to the camp.
And then I got shut down.
Yes, I agree with you that was ridiculous. Yeah.
Okay. And then it was with John Cancelo, because John Cancelo was having a bad practice, and he came up to him and he was like, "What?"
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know about Cancelo.
Yeah, because and then he was like, give him like a little tap, like, come on, calm down, or whatever. And Cancelo got mad because they thought he was upset because of that.
And Cancelo
now it's all this. They even invented that his sister wanted him to leave camp. Like, are you fucking stupid?
Yeah, I heard something about him after he wanted to leave the camp, something like that.
Like,
yeah.
Are you dumb? Yeah. Dude, have you been seeing his like social media and stuff like that? That guy's always been praising his team, and he's always been saying good things about the team. Like, it's not like he's been saying, "Oh fuck, you should have put me playing," or this and that. He's been always saying the team comes first, and he's got to put that in his mentality. It's hard for him because he's always played. What's that?
He has no choice now. It's not like they played.
100%. But it's hard for a player like that that's played at such a high level all these years. It's hard for him to think now that he's going to go on the bench. You know what I mean? It's for him when you're at that high level all these years. And you can't deny that he carried Portugal in a lot of these tournaments, Euro Cups, World Cups.
I thought the Euros. I don't think he carried them in Euros when they won. I don't think he carried them that year. I thought that
he scored the winning goal against Wales.
Who did?
He scored 3 penalties out of the 5 goals.
Who did? Who else was playing?
To the end of the field? Was it him by himself?
Doesn't matter.
No, but
it doesn't matter.
I thought the Portugal win in Euros was a complete team effort. That was not the Ronaldo show.
The final it was. But dude,
but don't say he didn't carry Portugal to the finals. He carried Portugal to the finals. The whole tournament.
Carried Portugal to the finals.
He didn't. It's not carried to, but he scored important goals on his way there. Dude, that game against Hungary.
They were not.
That game against Hungary. Did you see the game against Hungary? If it wasn't for him scoring 2 goals, they would have been out of group stage.
All that matters is you win at the end.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Exactly. Nobody remembers. What?
I'll give you the Hungary game. Every other game was.
What about Wales? What about Wales when he scored that crazy header?
Okay, so herein lies the issue: is the entire coaching and style of the team revolves around him. So obviously when you're giving him credit like that, it's based on that, because we don't get to see instances like we did on Tuesday where we're seeing magic happen when he's not on the field. Because when he got on the field in the 45th minute, when he got in the field, the entire flow of the team changed. And I don't care what you say, go watch the footage again. They automatically started playing differently.
100%, Michelle, because the game is already won. The game is already won.
He's going to strike it in, obviously. But if you're the one positioned next to the net, obviously you're going to get the goal. But how did the ball get to there?
Portugal's never had this much talent on its team when Ronaldo was playing and Figo was playing. They never had this much talent.
They had this
Never.
much talent at Euros.
No, it
No,
wasn't
they
this
didn't,
much
dude.
talent.
Not
They
as
just
much as
didn't
they
play.
have now.
They
I'm
just
100
didn't play.
percent.
No,
We've
no,
had
no.
What's
that
that?
team.
They
we've
had
No.
they
that
had
team
these
for a
players
while.
at Euros. They didn't.
No, they
play them.
didn't.
No, they
No,
didn't.
they didn't. No, they
At the
didn't.
Euros, what are you talking
The
No,
only-
about?
the only
Ramos was
players-
at Euros. Ramos was at
No, he
Euros.
wasn't. He's
No,
21
he
years old.
wasn't.
He
Jota
wasn't.
was at Euros.
Ramos was not at
Jota
Euros.
was at Euros.
No, he
He's
was
not
last.
playing.
What are you talking about? Luis,
Jota-
what are you talking about? Hold on. What are you
I'm
talking about? When they
I'm
won the
talking
Euro
about
Cup?
the recent Euros, dude. 2 years ago, they had the same team.
No, they didn't.
You know,
These
Jota
guys
was
didn't
there.
get to play
Ramos,
because
look, hold on.
Not even
Jota
close.
wasn't there.
Luis.
Sorry,
close.
Jota was there. Yes, he was. Jota was there.
Jota was there.
But Ramos wasn't there.
He was on the
João
squad.
Felix wasn't there.
Yeah.
João Felix wasn't there.
Y'all Felix was there. He didn't play.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
No,
there.
he was injured. He got injured. He didn't
He
even
was
play.
injured.
They were
Okay.
not.
Okay,
João
but he would have been on the team if he wasn't injured. Okay.
Yeah,
he would-
100%.
Okay.
João
And you-
Cancelo,
and you-
João Cancelo didn't play that tournament.
He was
'cause he got
injured.
He
hurt.
had COVID. I
Yeah.
understand. He had
Okay. The
Yes.
goalie wasn't even him. It was Rui Patricio net. Okay.
Yeah.
Ruben Diaz didn't play that tournament.
Ruben
Okay.
Diaz, no, he was hurt.
Yes.
Was Ruben Diaz hurt
well,
or not selected?
Yes, Ruben Diaz was hurt. He didn't play that tournament. The right
Pep was hurt.
Rafael Guerreiro was on the team. Danilo was on the team.
Offensively, they had the same.
No, they
guys that
didn't.
they're
No,
playing
they
right now.
didn't. No, they didn't.
Mine is
No,
No,
they
they
didn't.
didn't.
No, they didn't.
Just the
They
guys
only
that were
had-
playing up front was Andres Silva, Ronaldo,
Yeah,
Ronaldo,
and they only had
Andres
Bernardo
Silva, Bernard Silva,
and
Bruno Fernandes was on the
That's
team.
it. That's it.
Yeah, dude, like it's
It's a totally different team.
Octavio was not on the team.
No,
Let's lay it flat.
Ruben Neves.
Let's lay it
Ruben
flat.
Neves wasn't
Say
on the
Ronaldo
team.
all of a sudden can't play for the rest of the tournament. Does Portugal still have a shot at the cup?
100%.
I
100%.
said before the
I said that
tournament
from the beginning. If
the-
you want
all the
my honest
focus is on
opinion,
Ronaldo, they're not
if-
going to win. If
if
it's
you want my
off
honest
Ronaldo,
opinion,
they can
I
win.
said at the beginning. I said at the beginning, this team cannot play with Ronaldo. This team is a better team without Ronaldo on the field.
100%.
He has to come in the second half. I said that from the beginning. And
So-
but to say that Ronaldo didn't carry Portugal is not. No, I'm sorry. If
I
it wasn't for
find that
Ronaldo,
disrespectful.
half of this team wouldn't be the way it is.
Dude, before Ronaldo played on this national team, Portugal had never gone to a quarterfinals in any of the World Cups or Euro Cups.
Never
Remember
mind.
that.
They only qualified.
Yeah,
They
but
only
also
qualified
remember
for the
that he
Euro
was playing a
for
lot
the
of
World Cup
tournaments,
3
didn't won
times. Hey,
twice over
before
Ronaldo.
I'm not
Ronaldo-
saying it's just
Hold
because
on.
of him. I'm not just
Hold
saying,
on.
but he was a key
Hold on.
player on that. And he
Hold
scored
on.
a lot of key goals.
No one's saying
in
he's
these
not a key
tournaments.
player and hasn't scored a lot
Before
of goals. No one's
before
saying
Ronaldo, Portugal only made the World Cup 3 times and the Euros 3 times. With Ronaldo, since Ronaldo came on in the team, they qualified for 5 of each tournament. So that's just to tell you.
Yeah,
So
but
Ronaldo,
it's not just Ronaldo, guys. That's
It-
what-
No,
He's on
100%.
the
but he's
guys-
on the
that's what
100%,
we're
it's
trying
not
to
him.
but
say.
they can't
But
say.
he's a
But you
key-
can't say.
but-
But you can't say he doesn't. He didn't have a huge influence on them making 5 World Cups and 5 Euros
course he
when
did.
he's on the squad.
Of course he did. He was the focus of the team for years.
Listen,
But-
listen.
The moneymaker
For them to
sure.
qualify to the last World Cup, if it wasn't for him against Sweden, they would have lost that game.
Yeah, they weren't even in this World Cup until the playoffs.
Okay, because if it wasn't for him against Sweden, they would have lost that game. Because he was doing
Remember
with
Portugal
Abraham.
lost to Serbia and had to qualify through the playoffs. So let's not
Yeah,
act like they had to qualify through the
They
playoffs,
still made it. They still made it.
right?
Dude,
It doesn't matter.
And
You get-
why did they
It's
have
how
to
you get-
qualify? Why did they have to qualify? What happened?
Well, they got
against
screwed
Serbia?
by the.
Okay, exactly.
the goal
And who
line
scored that
technology.
goal? And who scored that goal?
So he's allowed to
Ronaldo.
shit the bed now.
Oh,
because
okay,
of that.
exactly. No, I'm not saying nothing, Michelle. It's not. The problem is all of this shit has been blown up by media. Media is the one that makes all this shit worse than it is. The coach made his
Can't invite the
decision.
media in and then complain about how it turns out.
You can't do a 1-hour interview destroying the world and then say it's the media's fault.
Dude, he didn't
You
destroy the
use
world.
the
He was
media
talking about
to
his club
torch
team.
Manchester United.
Hold up, but I'm
Okay,
not
exactly.
saying it isn't
But
the
that has
media's
nothing to
fault
do with the
either.
national team, dude. That has nothing to do with what's going on at the World Cup. That
Well,
was his
The
club team.
benching has to do with how he reacted after getting removed from the South Korea game. Period.
Okay, and if he got benched because of that, so be it. The
I don't
team
think
played
it's
well.
solely-
The
I don't
team's
think it's
winning.
solely-
Well,
I don't
he
think it's
doesn't
solely
care,
because
dude,
of that.
trust me.
Because
It's-
Ramos only
it-
played 10 minutes. You're telling me that coach has the balls to put Ramos in place of the legend that is Ronaldo. You guys have told me he carried Portugal for years. You're telling me that coach, who's the most conservative, no chance coach in the world, out of nowhere, playing a 22-year-old kid who'd only played 10 minutes in the group stage, is going into a knockout stage against Switzerland.
You know why?
With a dangerous
And I'll tell you why.
He's going to
I'll
put
tell
him in
you
there
why.
in place
He
of
has no
Ronaldo.
choice.
And
He
just
has no
for no
choice.
reason.
He has no choice. Why? Why doesn't he have no choice? Because he knows if he doesn't do well, he knows it's his last tournament. He knows he's done after this.
That's what I'm trying to say. If he plays Ramos over Ronaldo and it doesn't work, what do you think
he has
happens?
to be more aggressive. Hey, so that's why, regardless how it is, regardless of the outcome, regardless if it was with Ronaldo, let's see something else. Let's try something else. If I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down in glory. He tried something else. It worked out.
I just want to see this. That coach deserves a lot of credit, man. Absolutely. That was one of the best. His moves were unbelievable in that game.
All group stages, he played with 2 defensive midfielders every single game in that group stage. Last game, he played with only 1, and you see the difference with the team when they attack. Okay, he put an attacking side playing against Switzerland.
It cannot be
he didn't play.
denied.
He didn't play. What's that?
Ramos's finishing in that game cannot be denied.
No, 100%.
And he replaced Ronaldo, which also cannot be denied. Ronaldo wasn't finishing anything in the group stage. So let's not act like Ramos wasn't a major factor in that win. He was unbelievable.
He was, and the whole team was. Everybody played.
Absolutely.
Even
they played
coming in for João Cancelo, 100%. More defensive, better defensive than Cancelo. Yeah. He plays better defense than Cancelo.
Pepe coming in helped.
Pepe is a machine, bro. I don't give a fuck what people say. Pepe, he's been the no-name guy that's been in the national team that deserves all the respect. At the Euro Cup, he's throwing up. He's throwing up in the final after he played an amazing game. Yeah. He's throwing up on the field because, dude, that guy is a beast. I guess
what bothers me is that the media focuses on Ronaldo.
Yes, it's the media, dude.
Instead of the kids performing on the field. And why my friends go up and say Ronaldo's a legend, he deserves all this credit. I'm like, dude, they just won 6-1 without him. Can you talk about someone else other than Ronaldo? Like that's all.
It's just
you want to give him a party after his legend after he retires, okay. Not now. The guy was on the bench the whole game.
Why are you asking the coach after he wins a 6-1 game? Okay, why is the media asking them why did Ronaldo leave the field and did not celebrate with his teammates or something like that? Why does that matter? What does that matter to the coach? Why are you even asking him a question?
I don't know.
Why don't you just ask him congratulations? What did you think of your lineup that you put? No, everything surrounds around Ronaldo. See, that's the problem. The media makes a problem so little
to a huge, Jose, Ronaldo caused that, not the media.
No, it's the media.
Ronaldo's the one who has to be the center of attention. He has to always be in the face.
No,
he always has to be in the picture.
Why? But why are the cameras?
What did he do? What did he do? What did he do so bad that he's in the center of attention?
Portuguese nation.
The 1-hour interview, Jose. If he didn't want to be the center of attention and didn't want all the media attention, he wouldn't have done that 1-hour interview with Morgan.
But dude, that was before the World Cup. That was before the World Cup. That was before the World Cup.
The result of that interview means all the focus is going to be on him. He knew that when he did that interview, dude.
That's good.
You think Ronaldo's stupid? Ronaldo's a smart guy. He knows.
When he hoists that trophy, and then everybody can say the last thing. I already told you, Portugal's winning this World Cup. End of conversation. And Bruno Fernandes and Gonçalo Ramos and Felix and whoever the fucking coach plays is gonna win it. And end of the story. Portugal's taking the shit fucking home. End of story.
All I know is for all the people who think I'm a hater,
World Cup.
I said before the World Cup, Bruno Fernandes is going to be the best player, and they're going to win if Bruno Fernandes is the best player. He's been their best player.
I've said that. I said on the pre-cat. I said that shit on the pre-cat. I've already been saying this before the World Cup draw, when they qualified. It was going to be a Portugal-Argentina final, and Ronaldo's winning that fucking trophy. End the story. Next stop.
Ronaldo's not winning shit. He's on the bench, gonna be
yeah.
with the yellow thing on.
Messi's winning. When Messi's winning.
Celebrate as a bench player, okay? Let someone else.
Don't worry.
Let Pepe be the first one to hold the trophy up. 39-year-old guy scoring headers, unlike Ronaldo.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You'll still get his trophy. You'll still go down as the greatest.
Listen,
At the
he's
end of
gonna
the
be
day-
up there with the rest of the
Hey.
guys. But my prayers are that in the final game, he's not the one that gives us that buzzer beater. He's not the one who's gonna get us.
I
that-
hope it is.
that
I hope it is.
trophy. No, I don't
I
want
hope
to
it
be
is.
because I want
hope
it to
it
turn
is.
around and us to be able to say,
I
okay,
hope it is.
Bro's retiring. We already see
I
who the
hope it is.
replacements are.
I'll say this:
I
at the
hope
end of the day,
Every
if
old man wants
Portugal
his
wins,
trophy.
it's on Ronaldo's resume. So that's it. I mean,
Exactly.
So
And the story, and then
All that matters to
he could
him.
say that he's won every single fucking trophy in this world, and Messi hasn't. End the story. Next topic,
well,
please.
and if Messi does it, then it'll be the end of Ronaldo and all the talk about Ronaldo.
And personally,
Yes,
my
yes,
player
it
of
will.
the tournament will
Hey,
be Ramos.
I'll tell you
because I feel
this.
like we're
I'm gonna
see
tell
him.
you
No, it
this.
won't. It will be Bruno Fernandes.
I'll tell you this. We'll see the Netherlands against Argentina
Oh,
because
that's
that's
gonna
not
be tough.
easy for Argentina.
That's going to be really
No,
tough.
Argentina's going to win that game, and I'll tell
Argentina
you
has
why.
a way tougher draw than Brazil.
100%.
Portugal. Way tougher.
100%.
Hey,
Portugal's got
I'll tell
Morocco.
you why. I'll tell you why Argentina is going to win that game tomorrow, and it's going to be an easy game. It's not even going to go to extra time or anything like that. The problem is with the Netherlands. The Netherlands don't know they're a very counter-attacking team, and Argentina is not going to play to their strength. Trust me, Argentina is going to wait until they attack, and then they're going to hit them on the counterattack. And it's going to be a 2-0 Argentina game tomorrow, 100%.
I
Mark
think
that down.
Argentina is going to have the ball more, and I think the Netherlands is going to be a team that's going to try to counter. I think
No, trust me, you're going to see. Watch.
Um,
Anyways, next topic.
No, that was what was bothering me. It was just the focus. Maybe it's the media's fault. Maybe it's Ronaldo's fault. But
It's the media, dude. It's
the focus
100%
being all on Ronaldo when they win 6-1 and there's a hat trick for his replacement is ridiculous. That's all.
And who makes these headlines? Who makes these headlines?
All
English,
the media.
English media.
It wasn't just English media.
Portuguese
media did it too, Barbosa.
And they wouldn't do it if people didn't eat it up. And people eat it up.
So, do you guys believe the
Exactly.
poll? Do you guys believe the poll they did, or was it fake? When 70% of Portuguese people said that Ronaldo shouldn't start in the 16.
No,
I believe him. I believe him. I believe him. Yeah,
okay.
100%.
Okay,
Dude,
there you go.
But dude, it's the media. They need to sell newspapers.
So you guys can call me a hater all you want, but 70% of your own people agree with me.
Listen, and whoever watches soccer closely is smart enough to understand that Ronaldo shouldn't be starting.
Dude,
if you know
see
soccer,
people that text me on this subject, okay? Believe
you should know. If you know,
who cares? And with these people, everybody has their own opinion. Who gives a shit? Well,
if you
some of
watch
these people
soccer,
don't even know soccer anyway.
You would know that Ronaldo is not a guy to play a whole game. He's not a guy that could play 90 minutes and not anymore. He should be coming off the bench. I understand there's his ego, which is
when understand why he has an ego. I mean,
when you're at the top for so many years, it's hard to bring back down. Listen, that's why Tom Brady's still playing. That's why these older guys are still playing, because when you're at the top, it's not easy to come down and be like, no, I can't play no more. It's hard, and for him, it takes a hit on his ego.
So we spent a lot of time on that, but let me tell you something. Everyone's gonna get everything they need off their chest. So if we run out of time, we'll continue to record. Now I'm gonna go on penalty shootouts, guys. I know they have to do it, but I hate when games end on penalty shootouts.
Dude, back in the day, they used to do coin flip.
I feel bad for Japan. I thought they had a great tournament. They beat Spain and Germany, and they lose in the shootout to Croatia. I felt so bad for them. Spain deserved to get kicked out, so I don't feel so bad for them missing all their penalties. But let me just ask you guys, since this bothers me, what would you do to solve this instead of penalty shootouts? Penalty shootouts drive me nuts in this situation. Is there anything else they could do?
No.
You can't.
You're gonna burn out players. You can't. Yeah. It's not like hockey.
What if you take guys off the field or something like?
No. That's even worse.
Yeah,
you start taking off the field. That's even worse, Reese. You got to remember, this is like a huge field, man. And you have what? You take 4 or 5 players. No, penalty shootout.
Dude. It won't.
Are you guys okay with the penalty shootout?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, back in the day, they used to do. Benfica lost the Champions League on a coin toss, bro. On a coin toss.
Oh, that's terrible. No, you can't do that.
Okay, that's what back in the day. That was the rules. Now they've changed it to penalty shots, dude. People practice penalty shots. The teams practice.
It's part of
The
the
Spain coach
it's part
said
of the
they
game.
practiced 1,000 penalty shots, and then everybody
Yeah,
missed.
when they lost the Euro Cup to England, he had told everybody practice 1,000 penalty shots.
Yeah,
Dude,
that didn't work
but
out too well.
dude, it's you have to have balls to take penalty shots when, especially at the okay. And not everybody has the balls. Nobody has the confidence. Nobody, dude. You can see some of these guys when they go when they're that walk from center to that penalty spot,
Huh.
dude, with thousands of people yelling and screaming at you or
yeah.
whistling. You know how much pressure's on you, dude.
Yeah.
Goalies have no pressure at all.
And
Dude,
I'll give
for a
Ronaldo
goalie,
credit for this. He's probably one of the best penalty kick takers of all time.
yeah, bro, like it is. Yeah, of course, it's true. He is one of the best penalty takers, but to me, it's a skill, dude. Like some guys have it, some guys. Mario Balotelli, dude.
He
Mario
can score on
Balotelli,
penalties.
that fucking guy on penalties, buddy. That guy's one of the best. Look,
Yeah.
I've hardly seen him. That guy ever missed one penalty shot.
That's true.
Maybe missed one or twice during his life.
And
But
Messi struggles with penalties.
Look at Lewandowski. Look at Lewandowski. That guy barely
Well,
misses
that's
on
a
penalties.
stupid run up though, Barbosa. That's stupid run.
And then in this World Cup, that first game, he missed the penalty shot. Like the goalie saved it, but still, it's it's not easy, man.
It's a hard skill.
It's not easy at all.
Especially knowing that millions of people watching it around the world. It's
So-
not easy.
We got about 6 minutes left. I'm going to finish what's bothering me, and then I'm going to get to Tony and Jose on the next segment. But I just want to say about my 49ers. And believe me, Jose will have time to respond to this. We lost Jimmy G. He broke his foot. He says that there's a chance he'll come back. I hope he doesn't come back. Let me just say this. In Jimmy G's wins this year, the 49ers have allowed 10 points a game. Now, if you remember, the Dallas Cowboys had Cooper Rush, and they went 3-1 with Cooper Rush. I'm telling you right now, we can win with Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy can win us games if the 49ers defense is going to allow 10 points a game. And so I'm not really concerned about them losing Jimmy G because to me, Brock Purdy's not going to be much different than Jimmy G. And so if he doesn't turn the football over, they can win games with Brock Purdy. Jimmy G in the playoffs, I don't want to see him. In the playoffs, when he wins, he's one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. And the proof is in the pudding. When he wins, 1 touchdown to 3 picks and 127 yards passing. Basically, they run the football and pray he doesn't turn it over. He has the lowest passer rating in NFL history in the fourth quarter and overtime, which is why we lost to Kansas City in the Super Bowl. So you know what? Might as well give Brock Purdy a shot. Please don't let Josh Johnson come into the game, but give Brock Purdy a shot. I'm not sure, but I don't think San Fran wanted Baker Mayfield. And so we end up with Brock Purdy. I think we can hang in there and make the playoffs with him. Seattle's still there, so we still got to win games. It's not a lock. And I think we'll beat the GOAT this weekend because of our defense. But I'm not too bothered by Jimmy G missing, but I say this. My team is missing a quarterback badly. And that's why we can't win the Super Bowl. We cannot waste this Super Bowl defense and the offensive weapons we have. Jose, do you share my confidence?
Yeah, absolutely. I have confidence in Brock Purdy. He played well against a good Miami defense. He came in, he threw a couple of touchdowns. He had one bad pick, but can't blame him. It's his first ever game starting, while coming in off the bench, but it was first ever game with more than a couple of snaps. The defense, like you said, the defense will carry the team. The run game will carry the team. All he has to do is just do the play actions here and there, throw a couple of easy passes, slants to Debo and Ayuk, and just do what Jimmy was doing. He wasn't turning over the ball. They were winning the football games. As long as the Niners don't turn over the football, they'll be fine. I think. I even with Brock Purdy, I still think the Niners can go to the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna say win it, but I can see them going to the Super Bowl in that NFC. No team in the NFC scares me. Eagles might be 11-1, but
beatable.
They're beatable.
We watched Taylor Heineke win in Philly, so it can happen.
Absolutely, it's like any team is beatable in the NFC.
And the Colts almost beat them.
Yeah, the
What's
Colts
that?
almost beat them. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's just like there's no teams in the NFC that are unbelievable.
Right.
Now AFC is a different story. There's a lot of good
Yes.
teams.
Right.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
But that we can worry about in the Super Bowl. And if Jimmy G comes back, I don't know, man. Depends on how healthy he is. I wouldn't, if Brock Purdy's playing well, I wouldn't even think about playing him.
Correct.
Not at all. Just
Yeah.
keep playing Brock Purdy. If Brock Purdy's struggling, then you're probably gonna have to go back to Jimmy G. But hopefully we don't have to worry about that. Brock Purdy plays well, and 49ers keep winning. The defense will keep them in the games every single time.
Mhm.
And that's it. And
We could have a Nick
besides
Foles
that,
story.
yeah, 100%. Why not? The kid can play, man. He can throw the ball. Like he was against that Miami defense. They were pressuring him, they were blitzing him, and he was getting hit, and he was throwing the ball like a couple of nice passes with pressure right in his face. Like the kid can play. And when you have your the offensive lineman and you're one of your best wide receivers come out and say that they don't need Baker Mayfield, they trust and Brock Purdy, a rookie like that. Hey, that means that you have the locker room on your side. You have everybody was hyped when he scored the touchdown, giving him headbutts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm confident in the Niners.
Yeah.
I'm confident in their team.
Yeah. Now, in fairness to what they said, they have to say that because they're his teammate, but it does give you a little confidence, and he seems to have command of the locker room. Now, next on the Reese Report, we're going to find out what's bothering Tony Barbosa and Jose Gomes, who I know has a lot on his plate. So we'll be back for part 2 on the Reese Report.